Alright guys, this is another deck profile. I've been waiting to do this deck for a while now, so let's just get started. This deck, I would like to call it the Saiyan Rebellion deck. It's pretty much the thought of the Saiyans rebelling against Frieza. So let's just get right into it. So this deck is based around Great Apes and Saiyans, and it's mono yellow. So the leader card for starters is going to be Bardock, and the backside is Uncontrollable Bardock. It's the normal 10k, 15k leader. This one lets you pretty much strike yourself, and you can target your opponent's rest mode battle card if it's energy 3 or less, and you can KO it. And then the same awakening for like every other card is 4 or less life, and then this one lets you draw 2 cards if you do it. The backside lets you draw a card when you attack, and then the activate main ability is like a better version of the one on front. You pretty much get to choose a rest mode battle card and KO it, but you don't have to worry about the energy costs. So the front side, the energy cost has to be 3 or less, and then when you awaken you can just KO any rest mode battle card. So that is the leader. It's pretty simple. Let's start off with the 1-drop units, and there's only one for this deck. It's going to be 4 Unwavering Solidarity Fashas. What she is pretty simple. She's just a 1-drop blocker, nothing special. Now we're on to the 2-drop units. It's going to be Gine, Family of Justice. It's just another blocker, another 5k blocker. But the special thing about her is that you can play her for free if you have a Bardock card in your battle area or your leader area. So you can play her for free because leader card is Bardock. The other 2-drop is Unwavering Solidarity Tora. And what he is, he's just a normal 10k. But you can play him for free if your opponent has 2 battle cards in rest mode in their battle area. So you get a free 10k if you go second technically, because your opponent turn 2 he'll have 2 battle cards in his battle area, and then on your second turn you'll probably be able to summon him if he attacks with both cards. Here is Unwavering Solidarity Shugesh. He's a super combo, but for this one it's different because his super combo is if you use it in a combo and your life is at 4 or less, this card gains 10,000 because it's a super combo, and instead of drawing a card you get to play a Saiyan from your hand that's level 3 or lower. So you get a free unit instead of drawing a card. Here is the last human looking 3-drop, because the rest is now just going to be Great Apes after this. This is Lord of the Great Apes, King Vegeta, and what he does is when you play it you can search up to 1 Great Ape card with energy cost 5 or less from your deck and add it to your hand. So he's there to look for Great Apes if you don't have any in your hand, or if you do have Great Apes in your hand and you still play King Vegeta, you can look for the main Great Ape that you need for this deck to protect all your Saiyans, and we'll get into that later. So starting off with the Great Ape units, we have Great Ape Fasha. And what she is, she's a blocker. It's a 15k blocker. And her first auto is during your turn. At the end of the battle, you combo with this card. You can choose up to one Fasha on your battle area and evolve it. So this card is pretty much played through evolving. You don't ever raw summon a Great Ape. And then the second auto is when a card evolves into this card, choose up to 2 of your opponent's battle cards and switch into rest mode. So you would combo with this card, choose a Fasha on your battle area, and evolve it into this one, and then the second auto kicks off to choose up to 2 of your opponent's battle cards and rest them. The next Great Ape is going to be Great Ape Tora, 4 of him. He's also a blocker. He's pretty much just a better version of the Great Ape Fasha. He's a 20k blocker. Same thing, the first auto is during your turn. If you combo with this card, choose a Tora on your battle area and evolve it. And the second auto kicks off is when this card evolves, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards in rest mode and KO it. So if you evolved the Fasha, you would turn 2 cards to rest mode, and then you would evolve a Tora and KO one of the cards you switch to rest mode. Here is the other Great Ape. I run 4 Great Ape Prince Vegetas. And pretty much what he does is he's like a hand shuffler Great Ape, so when you play it or combo with it, either or, you can look up to 3 cards on the top of your deck and choose 1 Great Ape card and add it to your hand. If you do, place 1 card from your hand in the drop area, then shuffle your deck. He also has critical and blocker, so you can attack with him and your opponent will lose the life card, and then he can also block for the 20k. So he's a pretty good unit for this deck, because if you have a card you don't need, you can use the ability to hand shuffle or hand cycle. Hand shuffling's different. Hand cycle, so you would drop a card and add a Great Ape. So that's why I have 4 of him. I have 2 Great Ape Bardock Raiders Warcry. He's a double strike Great Ape, so he's there for the attack. He's mostly there for the offense. His first ability is pretty good. If your leader card is yellow, which it is, this is a mono yellow deck. At the end of the battle in which you comboed with this card from your hand, play this card. So it's another free play if you combo with him. When you play this card, draw 1 card, then choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and switch it to rest mode. So the second auto goes off immediately after the first auto. It's pretty cool. You get to draw a card and you get to target one of your opponent's battle cards and switch it to rest mode. The other Great Ape is going to be Great Ape Bardock Raiders Warcry. Great Ape Bardock Might of the Resistance. My bad, that was the previous card. He's a unique critical blocker, so that's why the only reason why I run 1 of him is because he has the unique ability mechanic where you can only have 1 of this card in the battle area at a time. His permanent though is you can only play mono yellow Saiyan cards, which means you can't play any other color. So that's why this whole deck is yellow. This card works with this deck because it's a mono yellow deck. The auto is if your leader card is yellow, at the end of the battle where this card is used in a combo from your hand, play this card. So if you have this card in your hand, you would combo it and then play it for free, and then you have a critical blocker on your battle area. And then here is the last and main Great Ape you need. This is the guy that will help you pretty much have all your Great Apes out on the field at all times. So this is Absolute Defense Great Ape King Vegeta. He has the evolve ability where you can target a King Vegeta and you have to pay 2 yellow and 1 energy to evolve King Vegeta into this one. He's a double striker, and his permanent is all yellow Saiyan cards in your battle area gain barrier. So pretty much every unit in this deck, once this card is out, every unit in this deck will have barrier, because Great Apes also count as Saiyan cards. So, you know, even your Great Apes will have protection from your opponent's skills. And then the second permanent is reduce the combo cost of all Saiyan cards in your hand by 1. So even your Great Apes combo cost will turn to 0, except for Raiders Warcry, because he costs 2 for comboing. But if you can get both Great Ape King Vegetas, then pretty much all of your Saiyans will get 0 energy cost for combos. So if you can get him out really early, like turn 3, turn 4, you can then start using all your Great Apes as like free combos to get like a major boost, because all Great Apes are 10,000 combos. So I pretty much have like a deck full of super combos, and there's a way to pretty much get them for free. So that's why you need to get this guy out turn 3 or turn 4 as fast as you can, so you can pretty much start getting all your Great Apes out. Now here's the main extra card you need. This is Planet Vegeta. I run 4 of this card because it's the main staple, pretty much. It's a field card, and pretty much what this does is at the end of your turn, all the Great Apes you use to attack, you can restand it, so you can then use the blocker ability on your defense. He also has a second ability where when you play this card, you can choose up to 1 Saiyan card with the cost 4 or less from your deck and add it to your hand. So you would either add a super combo, you would add the Lord of the Great Apes Vegeta, the one that searches for Great Apes, or any other Great Ape that fits the criteria. You can pretty much search for any unit except for this one from your deck and add it to your hand because it's level 4 or lower. So you really need this this card in this deck so you can have a battlefield full of Great Apes. This card is Full Moon. This card works perfectly with this deck because you can play this card for free if you have a Great Ape in play, and you will have a Great Ape in play. So this is a free play. It's an activate battle ability where pretty much you get to choose 1 mono yellow card. It gets 10,000, and then you also get to choose a Great Ape on your side of the field and restand it if it's in rest mode. But that's only during your opponent's turn. So you would use Full Moon only on a defense step, like when it's your opponent's turn. Here's the last effect card, or extra card, sorry, not effect card. It's called March of the Great Apes. I only run 2 because this is like a last ditch effort, a last resort. If I don't have any Great Apes on the field and it's turn 4, I can use this to get 2 grade 8 cards with an energy cost 4 or less from my hand and play them, and then I get to draw 2 cards. So if I'm pretty good and I have all the grade 8s I need, if I'm all set up already, I'd either use this as energy, or I would just keep this to get more grade 8s out on the field. So that's why it's a last resort. It's just there to help get more grade 8s out on the field, or in case you need a card for energy and you don't want to ditch any other card. The last card is going to be King Vegeta, Royal Pride. It's a Unison card, and I run 4 of them because this card really works well with this deck. It's about grade 8s. So his main ability, the one that pluses 1, his activate main is if your leader card is yellow, look at up to 5 cards from the top of your deck and add 1 mono yellow grade 8 among them to your hand and shuffle it. So every main phase of yours, you can add 1 to your Unison's counter. You get to look up to top 5 and add a grade 8 to your hand. The -4 one though is pretty good. When you -4 counters, you can play up to 2 mono yellow grade 8 cards with different names and energy costs of 4 or less from your deck, then shuffle your deck. So pretty much what you would do is you would probably get either grade 8 Bardock Raider's Warcry and then grade 8 Faucet, because they have to be grade 8s with a different level and a different name. So you would probably summon this guy out turn 2 if you can't get you know, started on working your way up to this guy. So you would use him in turn 2 or turn 3. If you can't get the King Vegeta out, then you would use this guy to just get ready to get set up, if that makes any sense. You can also use them as energy. Unisons are really great, and then you also have the secret Unison ability where if you have one in your hand and there's already one in play, you can put the one from your hand under the Unison in play and you get a free counter. So that's why I run this Unison. It's pretty much there for the grade 8s. Thank you for watching. I hope this deck profile helped, and if you want to build it, go ahead. I had a lot of fun bringing out a bunch of Oozarus. So thank you for watching again, and I'll see you in the next video.